Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision what comics to buy. And every week it's a hefty week. There's a whole bunch of new number ones out. So hopefully, this review will make you want to buy this because it is Star Wars Vader Down, issue number one. That's right, guys. Now, I think this is the Star Wars book or the Vader book that we've been kind of all been waiting for. I think this is even better than the Vader series, even though it's after the events of what happened going on there. This book is written by Jason Aaron, and the artwork is done by Mike Diodato. And I love his art style, and even the coloring in this book by Frank Martin Jr. is awesome. And Jason Aaron and Kieran Gillen combined the work on the story. So let me just throw that in there. The artwork is awesome in here. If you're familiar with Dodato's artwork, Marvel Event Original Sin was really well done. And there's a few other recent issues that was out, but check out this two-page spread in the beginning of the book. We have a bunch of X-Wings going against Vader's TIE fighter here. That was really well done. Another two-page spread where it just says Star Wars Vader Down. Just artistically, this is great, and it really amps you up to read the issue. There's a lot of dogfights that's going on between Vader and the X-wing squadron that's going on in this series, and it's beautiful. And there's this one page in here that's serious. Like, if you guys haven't read this book yet, I don't want to spoil it for you. So please read your copy, come back and tell me what you thought of this, because this is an awesome page right here. And there is rebels, just sitting there floating around in space after they've gotten destroyed. I mean, that is an awesome artwork page, and I'm sorry for the glare, but it is so cool. There's even a droid in there floating around. I was like, dude, that's sick, dude, because you don't see what happens to the people once they get blown up. They just get disintegrated and die. You don't actually see them flying in space. So artistically, the book is gorgeous, and I loved it. I love the coloring, just everything about it. So what was this story about? So if you read the Darth Vader series, you find out that Luke finally gets all the information he needs to find his son, Luke Skywalker, in order to get him on his side to defeat the Emperor and him obviously rule the Empire. And that's what he's been searching for. And that's kind of like when you see Return of the Jedi. He finally gets across, or Empire Strikes Back. He finally finds his son. He has that epic battle. And so here in this book, we wind up seeing a different type of battle, and I show you. So right from the start, he makes his way towards the planet that he needs to go to in his TIE fighter in the issue, and he comes to Vragus Voss. That's the name of the planet there. And he comes across a whole bunch of X-Wings, and it wasn't expected, but they have a refueling base on that planet. So, they're doing an exercise and things like that. So right away, they see this TIE fighter, and they're like, well, let's take care of this guy. Let's just blow him out of the sky. And they're like, oh, okay. And you think that Darth Vader's outnumbered, but don't forget, he's the best, he's the best pilot in the galaxy, and he's got the Force on his side. So he right away is very confident on his skills. He goes to town on these freaking X-Wing squadron pilots, and he just breaks up and destroys an entire squadron. Then they go to the next squadron, and they're just firing away at his freaking TIE fighter, and he's just blowing them all up like nothing has ever happened. Next thing you wind up finding out is Luke Skywalker's in his X-Wing, and you find out now that he comes across doing battle against his own father, but in the air. So in Empire Strikes Back, the first time they meet up with each other, they're doing that battle there, with the lightsabers. Here they're doing a battle in the sky. And at first you're reading it and you think like, oh man, he doesn't get that. That's his son. How can he not feel that? But the book in the does, like in the next page when you first find out that it's Luke and Darth, they sense each other. And the only way that Luke felt that he could beat him was just run straight into his ship. And that's what happened there. So I thought maybe that was a little bit okay. But I was like, I get why he did it. He sacrificed himself. And again, you get to see all these people that were destroyed by Darth's ship just floating around in space, pieces flying around all over the place. And right away, there's this manhunt after freaking Darth Vader, you know? So you go to that rebel base and they're like, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. And you get to see all the rebels and spaceships all going after him because they know he's Darth Vader. I mean, he is the man. If you destroy them, you totally cripple the Empire, you know? So Leia and Han get thrown in this issue, and they find out that what's going on, and then Leia wants to go after Luke. And so they wind up sending the Millennium Falcon and the troops going down there as well, which was really cool to see. Also, you see Afra; she's kind of conflicted on if she should help Darth Vader or leave him. So she doesn't know which would be more beneficial to him. And by the time you want to get to the end of this freaking issue, you wind up seeing Darth Vader using the Force, and he's picking up these giant ass rocks, and he's freaking thrusting them at these Y-wings, and they just fucking just blow the shit out of him. And Darth Vader's just walking like the man in this desert. He's like, I'm badass, you know? It's just like, this book is so kick-ass because it shows you how strong and the type of character Darth Vader is. And he doesn't talk a lot. Unlike his Darth Vader series, he talks a lot. And here he's very quiet. He's very to himself like he is. And he just shows you the way it is, man. And at the end of this book, you wind up finding out that he's surrounded by rebel troops. I mean, this is so awesome. And it's just like, in this issue, it focused how much of a badass he was in the air, and it looks like in the next issue, it's going to focus on how badass he is on the ground, too, with all these troops. I mean, dude, they're miles away. This book is top-notch, A+, 5 out of 5 stars for me. You can obviously tell the expression and the joy that I had when reading this book. This was an awesome-ass book. Fantastic. If you are a Darth Vader fan, I think you're going to enjoy this. You know, it is, yes, a lot of battling in the sky and a lot of, uh, a lot of fighting going on in the ground and things like that. So there's not much like huge plot development. But if you like Darth Vader in general, I just think you're going to appreciate the art. You're going to appreciate the battling and how strong of a character he really is and why people fear him so much. And that's why I love this issue. This issue was great. And it will be hard, I think, for any book to top this week. I'll be surprised because this is kind of what I've been waiting for the entire since the first issue of Darth Vader came out. So this is good. 5 out of 5. Definitely recommend this. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Were you guys pumped as I was when I read this book? Yeah, guys, again, leave me those comments. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. Until that next comic book review, guys, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.